So it's July 8th, 2020. Started at 5:38 p.m. Oh god. Since May of 2019, I've been hiccuping 5 to 7 days a week. Before that, it was 3 to 4 days a week for the 4 years before. So it advanced, and then 9 days I experienced 9 days off, 3 times, not back to back. But that was like 3 years ago. They were very sporadic, but I did get 9 days. And then I haven't gotten any length of time off in the last, since May of 2019 until the end of last month. I got 6 days, not back to back. There was a week in between where it was really bad. So I paid for those days off. But I got 6 days off, then I had a rough week, and then I got 6 days off. And now this last week, it's been on and off. So, it's just an extremely erratic condition, so you never know what you're going to wake up to or what you're going to go to bed with. The other night was really bad when it starts, like, just before bed. It goes all through the night, so the next day, you are paying for it because you have not slept, so... Talking gets excited too, so I try to be quiet. Oh, this is so exhausting. So I'm seeing a Dr. Wishingrad next week. This is the doctor that was referred to me, just referred to me through Cedars-Sinai, through a thoracic. January of 2019. And then I saw him, consultation, cost me on my pocket $450, $500. Come to find out that my insurance, which is a PPO through work, unfortunately doesn't cover Cedars-Sinai for some reason, so they only cover half. So I knew that if I saw or if I had surgery through him, I would have to pay half of everything, but I didn't know that till later. And then I had some tests done. He kept saying he had ideas for me, but he was working with the thoracic doctors, trying to get his attention and wasn't able to. Then I saw him in May 2019, and again, I'm like, well, and he still wasn't telling me his plan. He wanted to connect with the other doctor first and was having trouble getting him, which I didn't have trouble getting. So it almost felt like excuses. And then he just disappeared. He did write a letter, though, that I needed for MetLife. That it was also used for SSDI. And he, in there, he writes that he thinks that he can fix this. Where is he? And so he's given false hope. So SSDI caught on, so they're gonna, revisit my case in 18 months to see. So of course I'm gonna hold him accountable. I'm obligated. I spent over $1,000 with him. I've got no prescriptions, nothing from him. And it's been since May of last year was my last appointment with him. So these doctors come and go so quickly. They they see how difficult it is, and they just kind of fade. They try to fade away. And I'm not having it anymore because this doctor in particular, he told me as I was leaving the consultation, where I was really hiccuping really bad. So he actually witnessed it. I was really having a bad episode with him. I couldn't even talk hard. So he actually got to experience it, which is, he likes to hide from doctors, so I was kind of happy about that. I thought, okay. And then as I was leaving, he said, oh no, I just want to let you know I wrote an article in Reader's Digest on hiccups. And I'm like, what? You did? Well, then my expectations went way up with him. I was like, okay, you have an invested interest in this subject, so of course I Googled it right away. And what I saw was basically information that I could put together. It's all Google information compiled into his little story. And so the next visit, I said, look, I said, your story actually ends where mine begins. I said, so here's a perfect opportunity for you to finish that story. Thinking that might excite him, because, here you've shown interest in a subject, or did you just write it as an easy way to make some cash? You just Googled information and pulled it up and put it into a form and put your name to it, like doctors apparently tend to do. They're not really well versed in the subject. They just kind of put talking points together and then get paid something for it and then say that they had an interest. So I'm actually going to hold him accountable, because he did write an article and I want it, and because I didn't get anything from him, I'm going to hold him accountable. I want him to tell me what plans were with me, and I want him to revise that letter if it needs to be revised to the fact that this condition is not fixable. It's permanent. One way or the other, he's either got to fix it, like he wrote in the letter, or he's got to rewrite the letter and say this is a permanent condition, because I'm getting tired of going from doctors to doctors. They sprinkle their little fairy dust and nothing works. They charge a fortune. Even if you have a PPO, you still pay a lot out of your own pocket. And I'm going to hold him accountable. Either one way or the other, he's going to either confirm that we get this fixed, or that he writes as a permanent condition. I'm tired of chasing these people down, these professionals that are the worst. And it's not just me. This isn't just happening to me. I have 91 people in our support group now who have all seen a lot of doctors. They all have the same experiences. They either say that nothing they can do for them, or the doctors just disappear. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them seeing me for 5 or 6 visits, taking what they can of their $300 to $800 an hour, and then peel me off to another doctor, and then they're sharing me, so they're both getting paid, and it's like just such a medical scam. Meanwhile, I'm still suffering. 5 years of this now. Lost 2 careers over it. And so, if this is a condition I have to live with, then they need to start saying that. They need to start owning what they claim. So anyway, I'm seeing him next week. I made an appointment because I'm forcing him to follow through. I'm tired of these doctors fucking with me and us. So I'm tired of it. So that's my rants for the day.